Well, here we are at the big swamp and gonna put in the boat. I have got a stack of beaver traps going in. There's either 14 or 16 sets TS85s. I'm going to spend the day in here, dissect it, get as many sets in as I can today. I got about 4 days of good weather until it rains again, and I'm going to see just how many I can get in and see how many catches I can make in these 4 days. Should be off the chain. We'll find out. I'm going to put the boat in and park the truck up here. Good boat's already in. Get it finished, loaded up, and head out. I'll see you when I start making sets. Well, right there where the water's cloudy, I have a TS85 bedded right there. In amongst these beaver chews on the left side of this mound where they have an active feed going on, I've taken some of Trapper J's beaver lure and mixed it in amongst the sticks, the chew sticks on this active feed. I pulled it out on the 16-foot cable out into the deeper water for a drowner. We'll see if this set produces. I'm gonna move on down, find a location for set number 2, and keep moving down. Well, this is the caster mound. I have put my own little caster mound just beside it. I mean, that's like trying to kick in their front door. It's gonna piss them off. I've taken Trapper J's caster lure on that folded stick on top, smeared it all over the place. TS85 bedded right here in this dished out, coved out spot, running on a 16-foot drowner out here to the, you may or may not be able to see it on, it's hard to tell on this little screen, but that metal pole out there 16 feet away. But there's set number 2. Gonna keep moving down, see what other sign I can find. There will be some catches tomorrow. There's just too much beaver sign, and I'm like a beaver serial killer. It's gonna happen here tonight. I found another little cut, small cut. It goes between 2 bigger water bodies. It's just a natural travel corridor. It's about like setting up on pinch points deer hunting. You got to do the same thing trapping. I've come across these caster mounds, what I call Dolly Parton mounds. There's a fresh mound there, and there's a crawl right between the two where they're hauling mud in and out. I want to doctor it up with a little foreign caster right between them. Set a TS85 right here in this dished out, coved out spot, and run my drowner out in the deeper water. And probably still not deep enough to drown, but I'm gonna get him away from the set so it can be remade. He will be here is when the catch is made. He'll just be a little mad. But this is another one of these surefire type sets. I'm gonna make the set and show it to you when I'm done. Well, I have come in here just past the set location, and to put in the stake, I'm finding more mounds like that and more mounds like that. Anything coming through here is going to get a whiff of this foreign caster, and I'll have a catch here tomorrow. I'm going to move on down, see what else I can find. Well, I have come just across this little creek at the swamp end from where I just set those other 2 sets. I dug out a bunch of mud and leaves and moss and made me a caster mound over here because I don't know which way the wind's going to be But with these 3 sets in this general vicinity, either which way the wind's blowing, I'll be covered for a catch. I've just bedded a number 4 Duke on a chain drowner. And I'm trying a different lure over here on this side. It's going to be Trapping World, or Trapping Today Lures, Birch River Beaver Lure. We saw him making it in a live stream, and Judith ordered it for me. It smells a little different than our lure. We'll see how this works. I'm just testing lures and mixing up the scents as I go down the line, give them something different to smell. But there's my Duke number 4 bedded on the caster mount I just put in, and I'm going to drag the drowner end out in deep water and stake it off. I'm going to keep moving down. Moving on up in the creek, I've got a lodge right here above me, about 30 yards maybe. They had a caster mound right here, but the water was too deep to put what I would want as a drowning rig. I borrowed some of his mud, moved it over here, put some of Trapper J's caster lure up on top because it's shallower right there. Right there's where I'm going to put a TS-85. Right in there. And run the drowner cable out in deep water and stake it off. I'm going to keep moving down. Well, I have taken a TS-85, bedded it real shallow right there. They have like a little crossover going over here into a cut, going back into the timber. They also have a caster mound here. I have taken some of the house enrager and put it back there behind the trap. This here is still a little too deep to bed a trap, so I stole some of his dirt off his caster mound, filled in a spot for me to bed a trap. It's shallow. I bedded the trap real shallow, but anything coming across this little crossover should be caught. I'm gonna run the drowner stake out into deep water and keep moving. That is one of the caster mounds this place down here in the big swamp is famous for. I've got no way to put a set in here and drown anything. I've got to come through 30-40 feet of this garbage before I could get the water deep enough to drown. I'm gonna move around, see if I can't find something more suitable, but that's just as wet as it can be, just as fresh as it could be. I'm gonna move down. I'm gonna stay close to this area and see if I can't find a suitable spot to try to pull this beaver to me. But that caster mound right there makes a beaver trapper's heart pitter patter, I'm telling you. I'm gonna keep moving down. Well, this sucks. Them truck overheated on the way home. I don't know what's going on, but this may be the end of it for a little while. And call the wife. See you in a little bit.